recap.
Dang, they really just
recap.
threw us in
No
it.
recap. Hey, wait a minute, man. I got a spoonful of something. You didn't just throw me out like this.
God damn.
Okay, so I pressed Alt F4 last time at the chapter border, so I guess I gotta continue past that next time.
It's a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room.
Now you wait. Wait for what, Fox?
There's no shadow in the well-lit room. The hour is fail-safe, and all the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly.
That's ominous. Why would he say that?
Right.
There's an old army base at Raid Cove Point.
Our
Looking
fucking
good,
team
Baron.
of heroes right here.
Operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place.
What's up, guys? What's happening? About to find a new wife.
She just threw the faction claim on this whole spot.
And then, boom. That should be that. We saw this already, so skip.
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane.
So,
You're the Lady of the Light in the song.
I had a thought.
Behind to help me.
Save it for after
The
this.
clicker.
Alan thought of this
Okay.
as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
So my thought. Wait. Oh, we're going
We
to
ain't
a
done
flashback.
yet.
What a splash of Mike's hard lemonade does to a motherfucker. This shit was extra hard.
I had a hangover.
That's rough.
My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. My sunglasses.
He's so hungover. That Mike's just did him in.
One of my finer moments of self-deception. I swore to quit.
Nah, he had the Mike's harder lemonade.
He didn't even have.
You
He
seen
didn't even
that
have a
shit?
bottle. He had a spill. No, I haven't seen Mike's harder. Getting absolutely fucking on death's door by a white girl drink is crazy.
The sunglasses
Listen,
were
Alan's a bit dramatic if you
Now I
couldn't
can
tell.
keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire.
Oh
in the
yeah?
sun.
Well, I played last time, so it's time for you to take over the drama.
Oh boy. Alright. Alright. God, my head. My aching head.
Oh, fuck.
Give me some painkillers.
I knew I shouldn't have let Candy choose my drink.
The pills worked fast. The prospect of being awake.
Oh,
started
I'm
to seem
fine.
Bearable again.
Let's go.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Mike straight out the hood lemonade? That's some hard lemonade.
And got my best. Dang! Look at that shit!
Damn. You know, last
got
time I
the-
was in this room,
The
I was
gold
with
Deagles?
last time I was in
Or
this
what are
room,
those?
I was with Penku, and I dropped, I think, my favorite joke I've ever told in my entire YouTube career. I'm very proud of that one. I won't rehash it now. I'll send it to you later, but it was pretty good.
Please do.
Message. Ow! Are you still asleep?
Gotta put my numb locker back on. Alright.
Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it. That she called me earlier and really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look.
Yeah, I'm a party guy.
She's not doing your
What's up, Specky?
favors by trying to run your life like that. Okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Dang, there's some big ass flowers. Alright. I guess we'll check out what's on the telly.
I fucking hate game shows.
I can't sit down.
Thank you, everybody. We have
I will stand on the
show tonight.
sofa.
talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book.
I thought that was Ryan Gosling for a second.
I am him. I am.
No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here.
Is that wise?
No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people.
Ah ha ha.
Alan, get your dog ass in the
God.
writing room and write something.
I'm so funny.
Wow, thanks. Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot
Spoiler alert, my guy. You
What the
can't
fuck?
just
Why the hell did you
say
kill
that.
Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though. 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations.
That was, he said that so
Cope.
surgically.
Cope.
How's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on
New
the road.
York City.
Lots of parties, and you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh man.
Yeah, I socked him in the head. What about
In
it?
my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel.
This is not real. This guy would have been canceled so hard for that.
Go get it. That means the 2 of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the.
I fabricated this. This whole thing. No, this audience, no one's real.
And our musical guests, poets of the fall. Thank you. And
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with it.
At least I was funny, as a matter of
I didn't
fact.
say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you going to start with me about
I already
now?
took
You
him.
know what? Go back to sleep, Alan.
You know what? I'm gonna show you what I did to that paparazzi.
What?
Come here.
Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal.
Morning
and you can start
gamer.
writing again.
Morning.
Sorry, honey.
Or afternoon, my bad.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go
What
back
y'all
to
up to?
bed, huh?
We're streaming
You're
Alan
right.
Wake.
Check content and stream before you come into the lab, man. Show some goddamn courtesy. You understand me?
And me.
Grabs you by your collar.
No, please.
Ooh.
My bad. My bad, gang.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to
Man,
Cleveland Lake to
fuck
save
your
Alice.
streamers courtesy looking ass. Fuck you.
Guys, this is a dark,
Fuck everybody.
serious. This is
I
a
hate you
serious
all,
I'm
stream.
going to write an
I hate you
Penko, you
all.
better get out of here, man. There aren't Japanese scientists to be grope and ninjas doing backflips or men with giant muscles punching each other.
Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to
What
cut some
did you
corners.
Yeah, there's
even
nothing you'd like here.
mean by that?
Ready when you are.
You wouldn't be
Sorry,
interested.
Sarah, but I need to do this alone. Barry?
What do you
take her down.
mean?
Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
What's this shit about again? Oh, it's Alan Wake.
I love you, Barry. I love you so much, Barry.
Barry, you got the safety on that thing?
See you later.
Said I'd see you later. I don't know why you're crying.
Sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
So my thought was, Alan is the writer, obviously, and he was the dreamer that they were talking about, and how everybody Yo, Alan, shut the fuck up for a second, bro.
It was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time.
Brother got the degree in the apology, alright? Leave him fucking be.
A delusion.
Man, that courtesy, man. Waffle over here trying to talk.
You know, this is his thing. He's
Trapped in a story
so melodramatic all the time.
mad from grief over Alice's death, like Hartman had claimed.
Me monologuing myself, going downstairs and getting milk.
My course was set.
So what
there
I was
I was.
thinking was that Alan's the writer, they call him the dreamer, and he's the creator of the world, and every Verizon
Wow, look
just
at that.
straight up. All right, we do that out
All
here.
right,
That's
sponsored
crazy.
stream. Sponsored
Crazy
stream,
bold
by
product
the way.
placement that I did not consent to. So
Was
he's
it
the
Energizer?
dreamer. He's basically the god of the world. But all of the shadows and the entities kind of have to tiptoe around him. They can't really take power away from him. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the shadowy woman was referred to as the editor.
The shadowy woman?
Yeah, the woman that was there when he got out of the lake and he was on the docks, he lost his wife. The woman that he didn't know was there influencing him.
her. Yeah.
So I think that
That's his
he
editor?
already I think that's the editor, and I think that a valid fear that a writer would have, that a writer
We're
could
British now.
have. I think a
Sorry, go
valid
on.
fear that they could have is that if they were insecure, they might be scared that their editor can take their story.
Well, yeah,
Like
probably.
basically, you make like this master, like artist, like a really good thing, and then like you're scared that your editor is just gonna yoink it.
Well, not that it just takes it and then just completely copy
gonna-
paste your work over.
they're gonna, like,
they take your
bastardize
story
it. They're gonna
and
change
make
it
it
in a
better
way
than
that-
you. Yeah.
Oh, make it better. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they change it because like
Would you say better, or like they're just
Well,
gonna
the
change
artist-
your vision?
if the artist is insecure, they would be scared that other people might make it better, and then if the book sells well, they don't know if it was
Can
them
I
or the
ride the-
editor.
Yeah.
Please let me ride the dozer.
There's no
dozer
fucking
certified?
way.
What do you mean by that?
That they paid somebody to let you ride a dozer for no reason.
What the
Do
fuck
you,
is
are
a
you dozer certified? You're not certified. Yeah, so you don't.
Oh,
have
a
the power.
I'm not.
bulldozer, like an actual literal bulldozer.
Is there a
Okay,
forklift? Try to get forklift
that's
Do
a
you think I'm
little
certified in
high-level
that? No.
Forklift, you.
Get forklift certified right now.
Any fucking breathing human being can get a goddamn forklift license. That shit is brainless.
Do you have a forklift license, Panku?
Yes, I do. Do I use it? Hell no.
Oh man, we got a crash here. I guess we got to go the long way around.
Get to Cauldron Lake.
They really just
Sadly not.
post this big ass empty thing for me to ride through, like.
It's supposed to be melancholic and brooding.
It just feels like an unfinished map.
Right now, this feels like a fucking early access Steam game.
It does, dude. This is rough. What is this shit?
You notice your
Geronimo?
RAM automatically going to like 99.
Ain't no way.
So you fucking be ball, bro.
I guess I just gotta climb over it.
Imagine not sending that. That's insane.
He
Imagine
didn't
not
send
doing
it. I don't understand.
The darkness had touched me.
The darkness is here.
The darkness that touched me.
I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
Did she strip me wife? What the fuck? Why did my wife have pants on?
She was in the lake.
Oh, I forgot she was changing last time we saw her or something like that.
Oh, that dog is clean.
Oh.
Well, I think I pie crashed long enough. I'm gonna go into VoD and play Terraria. Have fun with your wacky Gmod adventures, and yeah.
I'm gonna have fun
you.
whether or not you demand me to or not.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Oh, I'll get out of here too. Y'all have a good.
That's what I thought.
That's what stop by.
That's what I thought. You bitch ass.
Thank fucking God.
Man.
Holy shit.
I was just waiting the whole time for them to just get out. Like, God.
We gotta lock this room.
More waking. You know, you should honestly remove their privileges.
There's certain games that, you know, I'm just not in the mood for any tomfoolery, okay? We can tomfool while I'm playing, I don't know, something I don't give a shit about, but...
Persona Tactica?
We can tomfool.
Like that's got some tomfoolery. But Alan Wake is full serious.
Yeah, it's like waking up and trying to go to gamer college, and you have like fucking, and you have, I don't know, just people that don't belong on the campus there, just in the cafe and shit, making noise. And you're like, guys, I'm trying to get my gaming degree.
Oh boy, look at this. So hard to get around it.
Later Haven and Pancake. That was not Haven.
Everyone's Haven at some point.
Everybody is Haven, yeah.
Oh my God! They could throw the tractors at me though. I feel like I'm about to play the fucking parish right here.
I love somebody standing on top of the truck at the end.
Huh? Stop. What the hell's going on?
You're dead.
Stop that. Stop jiggling. Stop jiggling. Hey, yo!
Yeah, I knew that shit was coming. That's the floor moving the way that it did.
Vibrations too heavy.
The fact that they were willing to lift the ground up, I know that there had to be a lot of bug fixes for this area.
Yeah, this place is awful. Probably the clipping and shit was like insane. Oh my God.
I guarantee you at a point in development there was a 50-50 chance if you stepped on one of those shaky bridge parts you got flung into the stratosphere. GG.
Uh-oh. How do you use your secondary item? How do I flare?
Middle mouse in.
Oh yeah. I never use middle mouse for like any game I play. Okay. This section's actually kind of wild. What the fuck is this?
Just wait till they send the crows.
Bro, this is so crazy.
Oh,
we're
yes.
not sugarcoating this.
Suffer. My last chapter was pandemonium. You get this.
What the fuck is this, though? This is so stupid. I have not been trained for this shit.
So, I guess, yeah, you know, it is kind of odd. There was a gauntlet like this in the game before, where you had to make a mad dash and a whole train yard full of shit was being thrown at you, but the floor wasn't being fallen out or taken out from underneath you, so this is kind of an escalation of that, but since you haven't played that level, I could understand how this feels kind of out of pocket.
God, Gmodded.
Oh my god.
It's so menacing the way he just rises up like that too.
Wasn't there? I thought there was supposed to be like a big Gmod update that people were talking about, or did that come out already?
I haven't heard anything about it, but you know how I feel about Gmod. I'll go back.
Yo, did you know that?
What?
All right, later, bro. So you're not gonna believe this shit. As us kind of being, we're kind of moving towards boomer gamers. So.
Oh, don't say that.
You know how we were talking about Rock Band, right? And
yeah.
booting it up. So apparently, Fortnite is trying to do like a Gary's mod. That's why I got here, thinking about Gary's mod. Fortnite is trying to do a sort of Roblox type Gary's mod thing, where they're one game that has a shit ton of other things. You know, basically just like Halo. Honestly, Halo 3.
They want to put a
games
bunch
started all
of
this
games
shit.
in Fortnite.
Yeah, it's crazy how Halo 3 custom games started all this shit. Like, Halo 3, I felt like was the first game where you booted it up and you were like, I'm gonna play a bunch of mini-games inside of this game, outside of something like a Mario Party or whatever. You know, like...
For us, maybe.
type.
I'm pretty sure Gary's mod came before then. And even then,
Gary's
there
mod
was
before
like...
then? That's crazy.
Gary's mod is just old.
Yeah, but Gary's mod wasn't built from the very beginning to be, was it built from the very beginning to become like a sandbox, like a game houser? I know it was a sandbox, but I don't know if it was meant to be sort of like a game station.
Pretty sure it was, right?
I thought Gary's mod was just supposed to be kind of like an exhibition sort of sandbox where you just build shit and throw things around. Because when I remember getting on PC and when we were first playing Gary's mod, none of the promotional materials was really ever about playing a bunch of different games. It was always just like strap a rocket to this guy's head and like nail this thing to the wall.
What the hell? I mean, it was a mod that allowed you to do pretty much anything you could imagine now.
Well, besides the point, Rock Band 4 got its last DLC, and Fortnite is officially making Rock Band in Fortnite. It's not like a community mod or some shit. They actually have Epic Game devs working on that shit. I saw some stuff of it, and they're making the Rock Band peripherals compatible. It's got like, you know, the sweeping, you know, the sweeping cameras and things like that. It's Rock Band. It's actually Rock Band. It's not scuffed. It's not scuffed like a Roblox mod or some shit. It's straight up Rock Band. It's Fortnite Festival. You might have to head in.
What the hell? How does it work?
They also bought Harmonix, the Rock Band studio. I'm pretty sure they bought them and they're just gonna make them work on their Fortnite Rock Band now. How it works? How it works is it is Rock Band Fortnite. It is literally that simple. It is literally that simple. It works that way. Yeah, and they're working on controller support for it. Though I don't even think we have to wait for that, considering we have things like Rewas to make whatever we want work.
That's interesting, but I'm like, could you buy a guitar? Can you buy drums, or like, how does that work?
Yeah, I said like 3 times now that they're working on making the peripherals work with the thing.
Oh, but I meant like, I was wondering if they're making their own peripherals too.
Oh, maybe. I think I heard of an aftermarket already sort of working on it, because there definitely would be a new market for people that would want to do it. But Rock Band lives. Rhythm game lives. I want to play a rhythm game that doesn't involve fucking anime.
That would be amazing. It's hard because, you know, there's a, you know, maybe I should just chill here. I'm gonna heal up.
Or die.
No. Yeah, I played Beat Saber a bit, and a lot of the songs are like all the custom songs are like from anime people and shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's a problem. Well, that's not a problem.
I mean, it's like
we're gonna have
they're the only type of people that are gonna like build
that
that
are playing,
stuff.
yeah, and nerdy enough to actually script the games out and whatnot. I feel like we have an opposite problem with Fortnite, where it's just mega popular Zoomer type songs that are gonna get in there. And definitely nothing that me or you would listen to. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably have a few rock band-esque songs in there, like some sort of classic type shit. But for the time being, it's just like The Weeknd and Billie Eilish and like the type of bands you'd see at Coachella.
Well, I see the problem with it though. I don't think there's gonna be any modding support. It's just gonna be like their songs. So I don't know how well it'll do.
Well,
because they're gonna monetize the shit out of that. They are not gonna let anyone.
Yeah, they're
get
gonna
away with
monetize the shit
anything.
out of it, but you also couldn't. There was very. So I was looking at what I showed you, the stuff that was modded. It was like Guitar Hero World Tour. That was different from Rock Band. There's, you know how it is when there's a bunch of old games. There's like a bunch of fucking like Splinter Cell divisions of people that are playing the game in different underground locations. So yeah, there was that, and then there's Rock Band. You couldn't really mod Rock Band either, outside of making a few skins for things. You had to pay for the songs for the most part because it's not on PC. So these guys were playing on like PlayStation 3 and whatnot. You can't really get around paying for songs. Whether or not the price is more, I'm sure Fortnite will probably charge a premium, and inflation is different. You probably were paying like $2 for a song back then on the day on Rock Band. That shit probably not flying no more. But
I imagine it's gonna be the same.
$2? No, they're charging $5.
Oh, well, yeah, it's gonna be upcharged. I thought you meant like it's gonna be a little better. Nah, Fortnite's just gonna make it worse.
No, for sure, for sure. Maybe they'll see that people aren't buying a shit ton of songs, and they'll do some kind of like subscription where they're like, yo, pay $7, you can access the 1,000 song catalog. I'm cool with that. And you can play it for like, you know, 30 days on it. I think that'd be the best way to go about it, but I'm just bad. I'm just happy, like I was saying, that Rock Band is back in some facet. I want to, you know, hit some drums. I want to hit the guitars, and I want to do it with songs that aren't nightcore.
Yeah, I guess that would be nice. It's just I'm a little iffy about it.
Beat Saber doesn't have
feel
co-op
like...
as well. Beat Saber doesn't really, it doesn't have, like, you can't get the band together in Beat Saber.
You know, I'm wondering, there might be a mod for that.
I think I did see something like a Beat Saber co-op.
What the hell?
I did see something Beat Saber co-op, but it was just 2 people. I don't think that. And also, like, I don't want 4 people. The thing with Rock Band is that there's different instruments. I don't want 4 people
They got a
just
fucking
doing
monster
the
truck
exact
on me.
same course, because that doesn't seem that fun to me. It's 4 people all doing the exact same course. I like that, you know, drums would have a different layout.
That they're
from
all
guitar.
different.
They're hitting different notes. Yeah, I don't want.
You're not
4
gonna find that in like a Beat Saber map. That's not really gonna happen.
At that point, there's no point in even like doing a co-op.
What the
fuck? We might as well just all get into Discord and do a countdown and start it. Okay, all right, that was fucked.
Guess I'm running.
Was that scripted? Did they force you to do that?
No, I just ran into it and it crushed me.
It looked scripted the way you like slid up under and just got out. All right, whoa.
This isn't meant to be a walking route. You stay back.
I can't believe you just ditched it. You ditched the ride.
It got crushed. I didn't ditch it. It forced me out of it.
I'm starting to think that was scripted then. I think that
No.
The way that bus came and flipped and landed on front of you and then it forced you out, I don't know.
No, dude. It wasn't scripted, I promise.
I don't know. You might be a part of the show and you don't even realize it.
What are these oozes? What are they doing here? What the?
What the fuck?
I threw that.
That's a lot of guys. Oh, he barely missed. Oh my, he barely missed too.
Get out of here. I gotta go.
Oh.
That's it. This section is brutal. I think this might be it. This might be the end.
Maybe.
Who dodged that shit? Help, help, help. I'm getting pieced up. Gang violence. This is an absolute gauntlet. No, I threw it! I threw it! No! Damn it! Oh, that should have been the run. You know that was bullshit. I missed. Alright, you guys want to go? I'm done fucking around. Let's go. I'm best start blowing motherfuckers apart.
Ninja Wake. That's not true. You can't stop looting for long enough to do that.
Oh, he just didn't spawn now? Awesome.
that's a death counter at? I got no idea.
Hey, we don't have a death counter for this game. This ain't like that.
That's revisionist. I think we've been counting deaths every stream.
For Alan Wake?
Yeah? We didn't stream it that long ago. Did you forget? I remember it was Angel counting.
Oh. But they did it. See, it wasn't fair because they did it like universal death counter when you should have had your own. And I should have had my own.
No, they were simply counting the amount of times when Alan died. I think that's fair enough.
I mean, when you die as much as you did, yeah.
Well, I did play about 50% more than you. And what happens when you get an actually challenging level? This.
I didn't think I thought I had to just run through them, but no, I'm just standing my ground now, and that's how it is. I'm Alan fucking Wake.
The super funny, handsome writer.
Also has a gorgeous wife. He's winning in every aspect of life. Oh man, they left me with the pickup. After that sweet ass ride on. Oh my god.
Hey man, there's a reason why we're not wearing our ring.
Thank God we have Verizon.
You know, this is kind of like a negative ad, because I'm pretty sure Alan can't use his phone right now.
What is even the point of a fucking ad here, of all places? Like, what are you doing?
Getting no return on your investment.
Hey, maybe someone bought it.
Still doesn't mean you got a return on your investment.
How do we get in?
Verizon, just do it. That would go hard as a motto. Just completely rip off Nike. Slowly morph the logo over time, like 1% into maxing the check mark. Gaslight society.
Also change the laws around so you're allowed to just, you know, steal everything. Steal the copyright. What the fuck?
That would make I feel like you would make money if you did that, though. If you just randomly started beef with Nike for no reason, and you tried to, like, usurp their logo and their motto, people would talk about that, and they would just be like, why? What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, that would be great until the courts got involved and they sued you.
Do it in a way where you just gotta be smart about it, dude. There's no cut and dry, yes, this is copyright infringement, unless you're dumb about it.
I mean, yeah, you'd be able to argue it, but at some point it would be like, you know, it would be a money war between you and Nike. Who can pay for the best lawyers at that point?
If you play your cards right, and you take advantage of the social media memes, then you could be known as like the Giga Chads of the cell phone world, and then you'd be able to pay, and you'd win.
See, it's so weird too that it's like a Verizon or something would like go after Nike of all things. Like, it wouldn't be a competing shoe brand, but fucking
yeah.
Verizon. Why?
Because funny. Anything for attention.
He really tried to gank me.
This is what it's like going to 7-Eleven at 1 a.m.
Sorry, let me reload.
There's quite
I don't
literally
know.
Pokemon labor for gun production lines.
Oh, that just came out. Are you talking about Pal World?
That game is not going to be a sleeper hit. There's no way that's an actual finished game. I mean, well, it's going to make a lot of money, but that's not going to be good. No way.
Considering how well they did with Craftopia, yeah, it's gonna be a big hit. Sadly.
I heard people say Craftopia was shit.
Doesn't matter, a lot of people bought it, and I'm pretty sure it's like overwhelmingly positive.
Oh yeah, I mean, I said it was gonna sell well, sure, but
And it's like super positive, even though it's an unfinished early access game. No, I can't do it. I will never switch to the hunting rifle over a shotgun.
oh, sigh. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Pokemon and fucking assembly production lines. That's a Jigglypuff. I see a Jigglypuff manufacturing a gun. This is so fucking stupid.
But the game is gonna get so many sales just based on that alone.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally just like
It's genius. It's skirting the copyright. It's literally what we were just talking about.
It's not only is it skirting the copyright, it is completely just with zero shame hijacking people's neurons. You have Pokemon that are there, and then you have an open world, so that's just going to get people salivating for no reason in particular. And then you've got, you know, these
survival game.
I see anime girl with like a crop top. You know, people are gonna be like, oh my god, that goes hard, gotta buy that skin. Yeah, this is fucking brain rot in video game format.
But it's gonna make so much fucking money.
Yeah, indeed, so true. These guys are gonna be on yachts in Miami talking about how they sold this shit.
They're the fucking people that came up with this first. Like, it's so easy, I imagine, to like make this kind of fucking just garbage, you know?
Yeah, it's like we were talking about. There's not a lot of competent studios that can put something together that doesn't feel like shovelware, early access Steam bullshit. If you can get a team that can make something that feels competent to play, the sky is the fucking limit. You guys can make money. You don't have to steal copyright, but if you do that, your life will probably be easier.
But I guess what I'm saying is, like, it feels like it's soulless and it just wants money. Like, I don't think that there's anyone that actually... I mean, I feel like the people making this isn't, like, something that they would actually want to play. You know what I'm saying?
It's a completely cold, calculated hit job.
That's what it feels like. Hey, don't, come on.
Time to get that dozer license, boy.
If this is what it takes, I'll fucking take that sacrifice.
Does the crop top anime girl have abs? Oh, you know there's no way they would give a girl in a Japanese game or Japanese
Realistic
style
physique?
game any
Hell no.
definition. They get no definition,
No,
nowhere.
not happening. He got a truck. He's bringing me a truck. All right, you gotta chill out, dude. I'm taking your license.
Soulless, the world design looks great. I was just
It's
looking
probably some pre-generated shit, but okay.
I was just looking on Steam and all I saw was a very color saturated world and Pokemon and anime girls. I don't know if I don't know what your bar for grade is. Maybe the trailers are more fire than that, but
It's like random seed generated worlds. Like it's nothing we haven't seen before in like a lot of open world games.
Wouldn't even need to randomly generate this. I mean, you can just I just see swaths of trees, mountain. I mean, yeah, you could randomly generate it, but
Whatever, Waffle. It's just our boomer. You know, we're just not with the times.
we're not with the times, man. If we were playing Pal World, things would be different. We should be dropping Pal World news updates.
My plan back in the well-lit room.
Honestly, let's become a Pal World channel.
I didn't.
Let's throw away everything we've ever done and just devote ourselves to Pal World.
Let's go.
I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
I'm so like iffy about Alan Wake. Like, how do you feel about this game? I feel like it's good, but it's also like meh in some ways.
Yeah, I think that I remember telling you about I can just kind of feel internally. Sometimes I would just stop playing games and I didn't know why. And then I questioned, I haven't stopped very many games. I've only ever stopped playing like 3 games. I pretty much always finish what I start. But I realized that in the things that I stopped playing, it's because I felt like the game didn't have any more to offer me. It didn't really have anything more to do. It had no more tricks up its sleeve. It had nothing much more interesting to do. It was going to keep doing the same tricks that it was already doing until the game was over. And I had no idea of knowing when the game was going to end. So I was like, fuck this. Not saying that that's Alan Wake. I was just saying that's something that I experience in games. Now, as for Alan Wake,
I feel that.
As for Alan, whoa,
Okay. This
my
is
lord.
This is a little different though.
Man. This feels like an old western shootout. I feel like this could be like Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember Undead Nightmare?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Didn't they make like an undead Nightmare for 2 or something? I think they did like
I don't know.
an event.
They might have done something they might have done something cheesy with it, but I remember they went all out for Undead Nightmare. There was even a story type of thing.
Yeah, I don't think there was all that. I think I remember seeing an event or something though. My mouse is like glitching.
That's because you're lagging. I hear your voice kind of beat bop there a little. But what I was saying about Alan Wake, or what I was going to make to the point of Alan Wake, is that I feel like the gameplay aspect, they kind of did everything that they could have done around the point when you were escaping the hospital or the nut institution, around that part. And what's pushing you forward is the narrative. You know, so you wanna find Barry, you wanna get out, you wanna see what's going, but the gameplay's not really gonna give you anything else. And so I believe Remedy also made Control after this. The reason why I didn't have a hard time getting over the finish line in Control, it has a similar structure. It has a very sort of ephemeral sort of narrative, if you will. Things are kind of weird, spooky. You can't pin anything down. But the thing is for me, it was very satisfying switching between guns, the sound effects, blowing things heads off with that weaponry, the sort of destruction that existed there. It was a more fun and engaging loop. There was undeniably more going on there than hold flashlight and left click, and obviously we're talking about completely different eras of game development and everything. But I'm just saying that Alan Wake has run its course in terms of gameplay, so it's like you want to keep doing it for the story, but you kind of don't want to keep doing it.
The story is not even like the most compelling thing for me. Like, it feels a little goofy and like it feels cheesy in ways. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it feels
it's
like
a
it
cheesy
takes
that
itself. I don't know if it's trying to be cheesy though. That's what I'm like iffy about. Like, it feels more cringe than like purposely cheesy.
I think it's perfect. I think it's intentionally trying to be cheesy. Like, I don't think that talk show that they had going on, I don't think that was supposed to be serious. I think it was supposed to be serious as in this is a look into Alan and how he performed in society, because we hadn't really seen that up until that point. What did Alan look like, you know, at the height? How did he present himself to the world versus who he actually is? But other than that, I don't think it was meant to be like, yo, we making Alan look hard as fuck right here.
Maybe I just don't like his, like, who he is as a character. He's very like, oh,
he's
fuck.
He's a condescending guy. He's a pretty dry, condescending
I think
guy.
it's purposeful though. Like, get the fuck back.
It is fun to hold the flashlight, you know, on people and shoot them.
I like the idea.
And like that.
I like the gameplay loop. I think the gameplay loop is interesting. I wish there was more types of enemies, I guess. And
I like the core of the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop as a whole is what I find problematic.
The loop, yes, the loop as a whole, but the like flashlight and stuff, I like that. I feel like there's more they could have probably done with it.
Yeah, potentially some light and dark puzzles, maybe, in certain areas, because it kind of seems like they're like, okay, we just gave the player a big hardcore combat section, now we're going to give them a big long stretch where you'll find the occasional page, get the occasional loot, shoot an occasional enemy, and you're not really doing anything in between. I'm gonna get a little flaming hot, but it's also what I didn't like Resident Evil 4 for. I liked the actual encounters with a lot of things popping off, and how they set up certain arenas and the things you had to do in them, and certain bosses.
You didn't like the in-betweens, though.
Yeah, I didn't like the in-betweens. I didn't like the in-betweens where they're just walking around, one enemy jumps out of a bush at you or some shit, you find one little crate of handgun ammo. Like, the in-between, I just didn't even want to do.
That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Oh, no. Hey, Waffle, you've practiced for this. Do you wanna...
I think I'm gonna eat some Total, man.
God damn it. Are you just eating it raw, too? That's so grog.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand you.
Why is my hotkeys not working? Hold on. As much as I do like to troll and wouldn't mind giving you guys a solid crunch sesh, I do have my standards, so I must reset my macro buttons so that they will work for me. Let's see.
Haven wants to know, do you hate downtimes in game? I don't know if he's serious.
No, I think that's a serious question.
I
like
think it's a serious
downtime.
question.
I like downtime. You can play. I like downtime when it's done better. So say for example, in this case with Alan, he's kind of monologuing to himself, and I feel like a lot of the, like, of course it will be insightful to an extent, but everything that he's saying is not insightful. And I feel like when I want more, I can just kind of like stop, think about it for a bit. The moment to moment's not filled with a shit ton of information. You know, you're just kind of going through stuff. And for Resident Evil 4, the moment to moment was filled with dialogue between Leon and Ashley, and the Leon and Ashley dialogue isn't interesting. Ashley just begins to openly, brazenly flirt with Leon, and Leon just stonewalls her and doesn't let her get anywhere the entire game. You know, it's the same thing. It's not like clever flirting. It's not like teasing, like say for example Cloud or Aerith. So that didn't really do anything for me. As opposed to something like say for example BioShock Infinite, where you have Elizabeth and you're going through there, and you're, at least for me, I was much more interested in the downtime, because as those characters conversed with one another, it gave you insight into the overall plot that you may or may not have known about, more than likely probably not have known, because you're not coming in an expert to Columbia. And it's also an interesting dynamic with a character who's spent their entire life in a prison, basically, but with a lot of books, versus a hardened criminal that's coming through to get a job done. It's an interesting dynamic to sort of see, and you get a lot of interesting dialogue. So that downtime, I felt like was giving me more value. I was more engaged in that. Whereas in the downtime in Alan Wake, the story's not really progressing. We love the downtime with Barry because we love Barry, but Barry's not there most of the time.
Oh, my thermos! They're ganking me. They put the thermos there to gank me.
And Barry's not there most of the time, so you know. But yeah, I do like downtime if I feel like.
I like the characters in this game, other than Alan. I feel like Alan's my least favorite character, but like everyone else seems like a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I liked when we had our squad going. You know, I liked when we had Barry and the sheriff. I don't even know if she's a sheriff, but you know what I'm talking about. And then Alan. I think that Barry's a really the perfect character. Ultimately, you know, Barry just comedic relief, like haha.
He like goes well with Alan because Alan is just so like dead serious the whole time and grim, and
he could be a condescending guy, but he never really disrespects Barry, so you don't hate him.
That is why Barry should be the main character in Alan Wake 2, guys. But also old lady that's just like knows, like she just is that well equipped and like stocked up. Like I like that idea that she's just like thriving out here in this fucking wasteland, this apocalypse.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's kind of written like how we wrote a lot of Ifril Gamers Played, where we have the main character intentionally the boring one of the group, and then everybody surrounding them is the zany type, and the main character is the one that's kind of keeping everything grounded and sort of keeping it from being too loony.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of how it feels. Okay, I'm not going that way. I hate these guys.
What the fuck is that?
You don't like that? Whatever. Gotcha, bitch. Nope. Who made Alan Wake? Do you know?
I believe it's
Like what
Remedy. The
company?
same. I believe it's Remedy, the same guys that made Control.
Oh, okay.
Let me get this fact checked by American Patriots. Yeah, Remedy Entertainment, and then let me do Control. Deep Bad Wolf War, yeah, Remedy. And
What else have they done?
We have American Patriots in the chat telling me that it was Remedy as well, so definitely Remedy. What else have they done? I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, I think they made Alan Wake 1 and fell off the face of the earth, and then they made Control, and then fell off the face of the earth. Then Alan Wake 2, and Control 2 is confirmed to be coming. So honestly, I think they're like 3 for 3. I think Remedy can't miss. Let me search and see what else they made. They made Max Payne. Oh, I thought that was Rockstar. Remedy games made. They made Heavy Rain. Oh, they made Quantum Break. Okay, so they made a lot. Quantum Break, Max Payne, Alan Wake. So yeah, they made Alan Wake.
Oh hell no, bro.
Made Alan Wake. They've gone through some things. They did some stuff. They did some stuff with some things.
This is fucking awful.
Rockstar did probably make Max Payne, but they were probably a contributing studio. I see Max Payne. I see they have a credit for Max Payne, Death Rally, Control, Quantum Break, Alan Wake's American Nightmare. What the fuck is that?
Tony Hawk's Am Jam.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't consider this like game. I wouldn't consider this downtime. Well, right here, this is downtime. But, and I don't have an issue with this. You're like looking around. I'm not going like, oh my god, something fucking happened. The thing is just that I know that the downtime isn't going to be broken up with something that I would find too engaging at this point. Like this right here. We're coming out of the bushes. We're gonna get you awake. You know, and you're like, all right, let me turn around and
shit. Yeah, I wish there was, like I said, more enemies and maybe more interesting ways to fight them. Like maybe guys that you need to like shoot their helmet off to like aim the light at them, at their face or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Ultimately,
like,
I think that maybe if they had like a flow of maybe like something else that was rechargeable, maybe you had some light armor like Barry or some shit. I think that an interesting gameplay loop, a sort of back and forth, would be managing 2 separate resources. Oh my god!
Hey, yo.
Oh my god! You gotta go! You gotta go! You gotta go!
okay.
So I was gonna say, I think that
God.
an interesting thing might be managing 2 type of resources. Like how they have in Control is you basically have force powers, and they're strong, and your gun is tied to a separate meter. You have 1 meter that controls like all of your guns. You can swap it to shotgun, submachine gun, sniper, or whatever, but it's all 1
Who is
meter.
spawning these?
So when you're
Who spawned the
fighting,
fucking boat?
when you're fighting, you're bouncing back and forth between those meters. Oh my god!
Bro.
Versus an Alan Wake right now, it's basically just I just need my flashlight meter. You know, like, I'm just gonna flashlight him to death, and then boom, he's dead. Flashlight him to death, and then boom, he's dead. But maybe if there was, you know, something else that you had to account for, and you were balancing resources, you know, then it could be a bit more engaging. But, no, you know, it is what it is. Like we said, you know, they have improved over time. I liked Control. People really like Alan Wake 2, so I'm certainly going to play that one. I don't think that it's a bad game.
I think it's alright for what it is. I mean, like, I don't, when I am critical of a game, it's not that I, like, dislike it or anything. I like to look at it and say, like, you know, it has some good things, but, like, how could it be better, you know? I can't read that at all.
In other words, Fatipa is saying, I'm still playing this game for Barry, but everything else is terrible.
Oh, yeah, essentially. The darkness wears her face, is what that said.
The darkness wears her face.
The darkness controls the Taken.
Obviously.
We've already seen that one.
The darkness wears her face. Whose face? The old lady's face or your wife's face?
That's the question.
I needed to get the generator running.
I will say this though, with their chapter structure, I mean, it doesn't even need to be the chapter structure. Like, because even if the game didn't say this is the end of a chapter and it kept going, I feel like they always did a good job of giving me a narrative reason to want to proceed, and a pretty strong one. Early on, you know, the stuff with your wife, and then you're like, okay, the guy says he has your wife. So I'm like, okay, guy says he has my wife. I should go get my wife. And then we get there, holy
like
shit.
The levels don't feel random. Oh my god.
Yeah, the purpose doesn't ever feel like I'm being bullshitted to go forward. It feels like every time I get to the end of the level, I'm going to get a climax that I wanted. You know, maybe the game's not going to end. I'm not going to find my wife and be like, yay, it's over. But something that's satisfying is going to happen. And so that's why I want to complete the chapter.
They pretty much killed themselves. What is happening?
Alright, nothing is coming near this radiating, elevating being.
Going straight up.
Uh-oh. Alright, bye-bye.
Well. I also like the way that they've, like, kind of forced you to use your stuff. I mean, they didn't force me to, but they've, okay,
Made
that's
it difficult for you to go without it.
No, what I meant was, like, they, at the end of the chapters, they, like, take everything, you know?
Oh, right.
So, like, it's kind of nice in a way how I feel more compelled to actually spend the stuff and not hoard it, and I still have a problem with hoarding. That's something that I still have an issue with, but, like, I feel like it's more my fault than anything, because the game has given me a reason to just spend shit.
I don't think so. I look at that completely differently. I think that you hoard, and if the game lets you hoard, then it's their fault. If you can get through things without hoarding, then it's their fault, because that means that, like...
I think they could do more to make me hoard less, but, like, I meant in terms of, like, at the end of the chapter, they take everything, so you may as well use it. Like...
Yes, but I think that that's a band-aid solution, and that the problem is still there. You know, it's a crutch, in a way, because, it's not... Yeah, I feel like it's a crutch, and that's what makes Resident Evil, the moment-to-moment in Resident Evil, more engaging, because you know that you're not about to get your inventory refreshed every 20 minutes or whatever. You know that when you use that bullet, you know, it hurts. You know, you don't know when you're gonna get the next one back or whatever. Now, RE4 Remake was pretty generous with ammo, at least in my playthrough. Other people were shocked how much ammo I had, but yeah, you know, the persistence of the ammo is one thing that I can give them. I think that they topped you up a little too frequently, but, you know, I give them points for not resetting.
I guess I could see both sides. Like, I like the idea of having a reason to use stuff rather than conserve it. I guess you're right. It is just a band-aid solution to just be like, hey, use it or we take it. But,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I see what they were going for.
I can see what they're going for,
too.
too.
A bit.
I get it. And also, at the end of the day, like, if I had to make a game, I might even do what they did where I reset you. Because it's a hell of a lot harder to map out the flow of the entire thing. And also, I guess let's just, like, get one thing straight. Resident Evil does reset you. They just do it less frequently. And when they do it, it's less obvious. But they do have resets in there. Yeah, I think if you do reset somewhat often, and you do it with the purpose, oh shit, oh damn, what the fuck? Huh?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I think if you reset often and you do it with the purpose of making the core design of resource management and everything overall, man.
Okay, I'm fucked.
I think if you reset often and you do it with the idea of making the core resource management system tighter, because you can know, you know, after so many play testing, what the average is required to get through X session, and the longer that session is, the harder it is to dial that in because the data is going to get a little wilder. I think if you do it in service of tightening the resource system, how that feels to play, then it's good. But in the case of Alan Wake, not sure.
Die, school bus.
We hate school buses. They came and ripped me from my warm home where I had all the worlds for me to explore, and they threw me into a school system that I didn't want to exist in. That's right. The personification of darkness is a school bus.
You can't take me to school.
Tornado Wrangler. Was that? Alan is not Wake, is he?
That was the final boss. I woke.
No, Alan's not Wake.
I'm gonna take the plunge. I'm going in. I'm getting my damn wife. He's so dead. He does not survive this. We were asleep the whole time.
Baby, you were having a bad dream.
Alan Wake.
It was just another nightmare.
No,
I wake.
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on.
The darkness wears her face.
Turn the lights on.
The darkness wears her face.
Shh, baby. The power's out.
Where's my
There's no
flare
light.
gun?
Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear of the dark.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid?
You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any
And I'm
sense.
taking the other foot out. See ya, bitch.
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best
Oh.
work yet.
You love it, huh?
I'm so proud
You didn't
of
sign
you.
an NDA, woman. I gotta put you in prison for life.
Oh, she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. I'm out. Okay, cringe. You lock the door. I'm turning on the TV. No. What? Who? Wait, what?
Huh?
It's the sub. It's the guy. We got you.
You must find your way to the cabin.
That wasn't the final level.
Away. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
What is going on anymore? Huh?
Don't mind him. He's Mr.
Alan Woke versus Alan Wake.
Meet him when you're gone.
He seems happy.
Honestly.
No, this is the same chapter. Do you? Oh man. Oh no. Doing some typing challenges. What word do I like the most? I like telephone pole. Crates. I'm not doing bird. I'm not doing bird, guys. I will do thermos.
Be right back.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you, Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Damn, story of my life.
You can't.
You don't love me. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on. What are you doing, Alan? Stop! Put the light back on!
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
I had written myself across the ocean.
Alright, I'm back. Let me get in here.
Alright, it's all yours.
Find Milton, the lady of the lake.
You're not my Barbara.
Tom, let me go. I promise.
Who's Tom?
Please, untie me, naughty boy.
It was connected to the old lady, I think. There was like, wasn't there a writer here or something that was like writing about something else? I think Tom was like a person of the past. I don't fucking know, man.
I should have never written you back.
I forgot.
You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Tommy. Put it down.
Your heart is filled with darkness. Cut it out. Take you back to the depths of cave then.
I willed the cabin to be real.
No, 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 not the bird.
Get away from me, you hag!
Me wife here.
Where am I? Let me go!
Alice! Alice! I'm coming!
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had.
Oh, cringe.
Damn. Damn, yeah, I wanted to hear that one. Fuck. If I would have just sat outside, I probably would have heard more.
Yeah, but you couldn't have known.
Now you will never get her back.
I am mighty.
much older than you.
Well, yeah, I can see
Okay.
that.
Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
Get clicked.
She got cloaked.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long
You
journey
dumbass,
back into
Zane.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Me wife not coming back, is she?
No, we can save this marriage. I still believe in it.
We need to save her life before we save the marriage.
I guess there's that too. Oh, she just saved herself. We didn't even need to do anything. We just had to wait.
Me wife home.
But where are we?
Alan gone. No. No, what the fuck? No.
How are we gonna do Alan Wake 2 without Alan?
No. Barry.
Barry Wake.
No, just call it Alan Wake. Just do Barry.
He comes and fucks your wife.
He was already fucking our wife, let's be real.
Probably. She said she found someone else. She said it. Deerfest can go on. Hooray,
Finally.
hoorah.
Hoorah. I don't know what I
love me
was
a
going to
good
do
old
if my
Deerfest.
family couldn't see Deerfest this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Yeah.
winner of Deerfest.
Rock on. I love me Deerfest.
I fucking hate Deerfest. There's so many loud noises and people and...
I can hear everything, even that guy typing.
It's not a lake.
All right.
That's it.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, they lost me at the end. I don't know what happened. I gotta think about that one for a bit. That's it. That's the conclusion. So obviously, like Alan was saying, light and dark have to be given an equal measure, and so there was a trade. It's seemingly for himself for his wife. Not sure where that revelation came from.
Hey, we're gonna get struck. Hey, cut the shit. Cut the shit now. They're gonna take our stream.
I gotta get the authentic Alan Wake credit experience, man.
Turn the sound off quick.
No, I don't think I will. This is the great part about, like, I don't know, not giving a fuck. Is that you just don't be giving a fuck. Just crazy. Did we wake? No. I think Alan is deep in the dark, man. I think he's deep in the dark. He swapped places with his wife. I think he swapped places with his wife, but why is his wife the person that he was tethered with? Why not?
Why did they
for example,
take his
Barry?
wife?
Yeah, why his wife? Why not Barry, for example? Yeah, I'm not sure where the revelation came from of...
Well, I think they took his wife as like a hostage type situation or something.
Okay. So, okay, is...
But then wouldn't he just
oh,
be
shit!
giving into it?
Wait a minute, yeah, maybe that's it. At the end, right, like he was typing, he was talking kind of mechanically. You know, maybe he gave up. Maybe he's not the dreamer anymore, making the story, and he, you know, maybe the darkness is manifesting the world through his body now. He's a conduit for the darkness, but he got his wife back. But why would the fuck would the darkness actually oblige? Why would they give his wife back? Maybe you could say maybe it's just the law of the universe.
Did they get what they want? Like they got him, which is what they wanted the whole time. I don't know. That seemed like the bad ending. I'm confused.
Did I play the Alan Wake control thing? No. Is it actually labeled Control Alan Wake DLC? Because if it's called Control Alan Wake, I wouldn't have been particularly motivated to go into it because I didn't play Alan Wake, so I kind of didn't give a shit. We need Alan Wake spin-off with Barry. But Barry needs Alan.
Barry doesn't need Alan.
He needs him. It's not fair. It's not fair to tell Barry to brave this world without his initial master of the darkness, his original teacher. Even if he surpassed him, it's not fair.
Well, that's not how the story goes. Alan is lost in the darkness. He's lost in the sauce.
Alan gets lost in the sauce at the end.
I was a little right though about she was saying how he's like lost in his work and shit, and that's why she was like leaving him. She mentioned that at the very end.
Yeah, that's what you heard in the dark world. The darkness.
Okay, so him getting lost in his work, him becoming obsessed with it. Okay, so I think I can kind of get a little bit of the analogy. It's like he's saying that it needs to be equal. You can't just sit there and work on something nonstop because it consumes you in a way. You know, so you gotta like take breaks from it. I guess that's like the writer analogy of it, like the real world comparison.
But by giving her up, does that mean that he like let her, like basically he broke up with her so he could focus on his work? Is that what I'm seeing there?
Did he give her up?
Like he literally, like, she wasn't happy, so he gave her up. So that he could be in his own darkness, essentially.
But at the
do what he feels like he has to.
But that's not what he went there to do, right? He went there to save his wife, not write the.
He went there to save his wife, but he realized that he couldn't. He couldn't. And he said Zane was wrong. He couldn't just. There has to be a balance.
Yes, there has to be a balance. So the problem was Zane tried to outright save Alice, just to save him, but that's not really enough to get her out. So think of it as like an equivalent exchange. It had to make sense for the narrative for her to get out, but him to stay.
Okay, so I guess in a way, Alan gets both of the things that he wants. He gets to save his wife and complete his work.
Yeah. But that's kind of like terrible. That's like a terrible lesson. So I don't know if that's like what they're going for.
Maybe there is no lesson. Maybe the lesson is fuck Alan.
Seriously.
Well, he is an asshole. But what do you mean by finish his work?
So he said that he said when he was going there, he said, I get it. I can finish. I know how to finish Departure now. And then he starts writing and typing, and then he starts morbing up. You know, typing a bit more ferociously, it would seem. So what is that? He's all right.
First off, I wish you didn't say morbing out when you just refer to writing. So that's one thing. But secondly, so it was described that Departure. So while Alan was writing up Departure, by the hands of the Dark Presence, it was not finished. The Departure wasn't finished at all. So those manuscripts you're picking up, you notice maybe that every time you pick up a manuscript, it's telling stories that is going to happen throughout the game. So it tells like the story of the Asylum, the Odin brothers and such. It tells everything about the game, except for like the last bits. So he decided, okay, I'm at a point where I can't really go back. I think the only way that can make sense if we do like somewhat of a loop, but instead of Alan being stuck, not Alan, instead of my wife being stuck, and I dive in, I would get stuck, but she gets out. And that's the end of Departure.
Okay. So he's writing within the confines of a story, and you can't, in a way, it's like you can't just retroactively go back and change whatever the fuck you want. Some things, you know, it's like, I guess it's you wrote it so far back, you can't completely change the entirety of the story. So if he could, he just write happy ending. I left. Me, wife, we got on a jet ski and rode off like the end of Resident Evil 4. The end.
Yeah.
But I guess the part there is anybody that's ever written anything knows you can't just go back to fucking chapter 3 and completely change that shit and be like, all right, that's chilling. So when you're that deep in, you know, let's say you're George R.R. Martin and you're at the end of your fucking novel, you kind of have to compromise. And this is the best thing.
If it's a good story, it has to have consequences in a way. Is that what you're saying?
So, well, I'll let you think on that.
More so, I wasn't even coming from that angle of like if it's a good story, but I mean, I guess that could be taken from it. I was more so just thinking. Obviously the author and the writing metaphors, analogies are hard here, heavy, but from that aspect, I wasn't more so making a statement on anything at all. I was just thinking about, I don't know, it's hard to put my finger on, but yeah, I was just thinking that kind of reflects that in a way, and why you would think like, okay, Is Alan dumb? Why didn't he just save everybody? You know, what's wrong with Alan? Why didn't he just save everybody? Is he stupid? But I guess you could say that. Like, I guess you could say that for there to be a good conflict, there has to be compromise. Because
I'm
guess
just
that's kinda
trying to
true.
understand like the real world consequences of like what exactly fucking happens. Like,
Oh, well, the real world consequence is that the darkness got hold of Alan, made him work, and now there's people dying in the real world and being taken. I mean, that's like the real thing that's happening.
That's the real world implications. Okay, so they got Alan somewhere, and the darkness is taking. I guess then my question goes: why Alan? Why do we need Alan specifically? Do we need somebody with a vivid imagination? And you know, it's like, oh, okay.
Cauldron Lake is special where Alan is not really a power. He's not superhuman. He doesn't have abilities. Cauldron Lake is the one that's giving him powers. If you are an artist, like a painter, your creations can come to life, in a sense, at that place, at that location. And the Dark Prison wants to feed off of that. It wants to get free through that creation process. So that's why Tom Zane, a poet, was able to like use that.
Okay, yeah, I never really thought of the. I guess that's where I went wrong. I never thought as the lake being a thing. You know, the lake actually being a thing. I always just thought of like, okay, she was dragged into the lake by the darkness, but I never really made the connection that the lake was the source.
and he said it's not a lake, it's an ocean. So it's like even a bigger monster than we thought.
Yeah, in theory, I mean, I haven't played Awe. It could be connected to the control thing. Who knows what the fuck going on in this universe, bro? Shit be happening, dude. Fucking, there's one of my favorite video game entries of all time is the one in Control where the guy that is just schizophrenically rambling about how the founding fathers are teaching him how to do housework, like mowing his lawn and fixing shit. And like, I'm pretty sure like it happened, because why the fuck not? In this universe everything happens. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
The Remedy universe is kind of out there.
Well, that's the wake. These are some long ass credits. Boom.
That was John Wake.
John Wake. Me wife back. Alan gone. Alan Wake 2 though. Alan Wake 2.
When will Wake wake?
But now, we end the stream is what we do now. So I will see you guys later. That's the end of the waking. Got it done. Got her done.
Goodbye.
Later.